Hello, Beatles friends, and hello to everybody else watching. Merry Christmas to you all. Hope all of you are having a safe and wonderful Christmas time. Welcome to another exciting Beatles vinyl collection video. In this collection video, I'm going to show you all of the Beatles Christmas vinyl records, both group and solo. I'm going to show you all of the Beatles Christmas fan club records and the Beatles Christmas solo records. So I hope you enjoy this Beatles vinyl collection video showing you all of the Beatles Christmas vinyl records. And let's begin. The first Beatles Christmas vinyl records I'm going to show you are the original Christmas Fan Club 7-inch Flexi Disc that were pressed back in the 60s and sent to the Beatles Fan Club members while the Beatles were active as a group back in the 60s. I'm going to show you all the Christmas Flexi Disc by year from 1963 to 1969. The first Flexi Disc I'm going to show you is the 1963 Christmas Fan Club record. This is the original. Back of it. And this one opens. Have a newsletter inside the sleeve. And here's the actual fan club record right here. The actual fan club Flexi Disc record. Inside too is blank. And these Flexi Discs are very fragile. I'm going to handle these Flexi Discs the best I can here, very carefully. Here's a better look at the newsletter inside the sleeve. Here are two individual copies of the Beatles 1963 Christmas record. This one I bought off eBay for a very low price. The Flexi Disc plays great. As you can see, there's some tear here on the label. And here's one that I bought at a local record show, I think a couple years ago. And this one's in better shape. Next up is the 1964 Christmas record, another Beatles Christmas record. You can see this one plays at 45 RPM, unlike the other Christmas Flexi Disc records. Back of it. Here's a look at the newsletter insert. Next is the 1965 Christmas record, the Beatles' third Christmas record. .33 RPM. Just like the first Christmas record. And this copy doesn't have the newsletter insert. Just has a Flexi Disc, which is not in great condition. I played this Flexi Disc and it skips. This one was worn out big time. Here's an upgrade copy of the Beatles' third Christmas record, 1965. And this one has the newsletter. Carefully pull out the newsletter. I love the inside of this newsletter. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, in much better condition than the other copy. Next up is Pantomime, Everywhere It's Christmas, 1966 Christmas record. The Beatles' fourth Christmas record. Here's a look at the newsletter. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc. This Flexi Disc is all scratched up. Here's an upgrade copy of Pantomime, Everywhere It's Christmas, 1966 Christmas record. Sleeves in much better shape. Back cover with the flip backs. Here's a look at the newsletter insert. There's a tear right here. Other than that, the insert is fine. Well, you know, there's also it was also folded. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, the upgrade copy. This one's in much better shape. It's not scratched up like the other copy. Next is the Beatles' 1967 Christmas record, their fifth Christmas record. Christmas Time Is Here Again. Sleeves kind of rough. Here's a look at the newsletter insert, also in rough shape, but it's readable. Back is a drawing of the Beatles, which I really like. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, the Beatles' fifth Christmas record, 1967. Next up is an upgrade copy of the Beatles' fifth Christmas record, 1967. Christmas Time Is Here Again. Sleeves in much better shape. Here's a look at the newsletter insert in much better condition. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc. This one is very flimsy. This one's in much better condition than the other one I showed you. Next is the Beatles' 1968 Christmas record, the Beatles' sixth Christmas record. Titled Happy Christmas. Here's a look at the insert. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, the 1968 Christmas record. Label is faded. And this is the first Beatles Christmas record to be a double-sided Flexi Disc. The first 5 Flexi Discs are one-sided records. Here's another copy of the Beatles 1968 Christmas record. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, which is in better condition. And this one doesn't have the newsletter, the insert. Here's a look at the record mailer that the 1968 Christmas record was placed in. Next up is the Beatles 1968 Christmas record. This one is a US variation. This US variation uses the same artwork as the 1967 Christmas record. Back of it. Sleeve printed and made in England. This US variation was sent to the Beatles fan club members in the United States, the Beatles USA Limited fan club. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, the US variation of the 1968 Christmas record. This one is very flimsy, very fragile. Let me show you side 2. And finally, the 1969 Christmas record. This is the Beatles' 7th and final Christmas record sent to the Beatles fan club members. But this one is a US variation. I don't have the UK one yet. Back of it. Happy Christmas, 1969. Here's a look at the Flexi Disc, the US variation of the Beatles' 1969 Christmas record, made in the USA. This one too is a two-sided Christmas record. Now to show you copies of both the John Lennon and the Paul McCartney Christmas singles. I'm going to start with John. Here is a US green vinyl pressing of Happy Christmas War is Over. Happy Xmas War is Over. Back of it, the B-side is a Yoko song, Listen the Snow is Falling. Look at the green vinyl. Here's another copy of Happy Xmas War is Over. This one's a UK pressing with the picture sleeve. And here's a record on black vinyl. The Yoko B-side here. Another UK copy of Happy Xmas War is Over. Here's a look at the record, manufactured in the UK. And this one is also on green vinyl, but this one is on dark green opaque vinyl. Now to show you copies of the Paul McCartney Christmas singles. The first single I'm going to show you is Wonderful Christmas Time. This is the US Columbia pressing. Doesn't have the picture sleeve. Someday I'm going to get the picture sleeve. And on the B side, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reggae. A reggae version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it's an instrumental. Now to show you 3 copies of the rare Paul McCartney Christmas record titled Christmas Kisses. I'm going to show you 1 open copy and 2 sealed copies. This one is open and I kept the shrink. Back of it. Here are the songs on this rare Christmas record by Paul. On the A side is the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, made famous by Nat King Cole. And on the other side, the B side, Wonderful Christmas Time. It's just the regular version. And it is remastered. And here's a look at the vinyl record on green vinyl. Here are the 2 sealed copies of Christmas Kisses. Here's one. And this one I believe is on green vinyl because I shine a light through the sleeve to see what colored vinyl is inside the sealed copy, and it is a green copy, green vinyl copy. And this one is on red vinyl. That record store doesn't exist anymore. Now on to the full-length vinyl albums. The first one I'm going to show you is the Beatles Christmas album. This is the original US authentic vinyl pressing. This is one of a few that I'm going to show you in this video. This album was put together by the Beatles fan club shortly after the Beatles split in 1970. That's the track list. That's all of the Beatles Christmas records. All on one album. And this one is an authentic pressing. As you can see Ringo's eye right there. And you can also see Theodore Royal on top of John's head. On the counterfeit, it's like totally unreadable. And also on the counterfeit, you don't see Ringo's eye right here on the dark side of his face. And here's a look at the record. As you can see, a fan by the name of Wendy Donahue stamped her name on the label. And this is an authentic press-in, because the label here has an indentation ring, which is about 1.5 inch in diameter. It also has the Winchester, Virginia press and plant logo on the dead wax, and there's a bell sound stamp on the dead wax. And here's side 2. Another copy of the Beatles Christmas album, US authentic vinyl pressing. Same thing, you can see Ringo's eye in the shaded part of his face. Theatre Royal above John's head, also authentic. Look at the vinyl record, same thing as the previous copy I showed you. 100% authentic pressing. Side 2 label. And here's another copy of the Beatles Christmas album. Also another original US authentic vinyl pressing. This one's not in perfect shape. There's a tear on the top there. Back of the album, same thing. And take the record out. And there's a look at the vinyl record. And this one is in excellent shape. Look at the label. Another authentic pressing. And I have a counterfeit copy of this album, but I don't know where it is at the moment. But I'm happy to say I pulled out all the authentic copies of this original US album for this video. And I usually play the counterfeit copy and not the authentic ones. And here's my last US authentic copy of the Beatles Christmas album. So another one in stellar shape. Record in the MoFi sleeve. Here's another copy of the Beatles Christmas album, but this one is a very rare UK vinyl pressing, and this one is authentic as well. This UK pressing is titled From Then to You, the Beatles Christmas record, 1970. Look at the front cover. Back cover. The track list right here. All of the Beatles Christmas records, all on one album. Here's a look at the vinyl record in excellent shape. I haven't played this record since I purchased it. I wanted to keep this one in excellent shape because it's very rare. And here's a close-up of the label. Look at side 2. Next up is a Beatles Christmas bootleg album titled The Alternate Christmas Songs and Messages. This bootleg album includes outtakes, unreleased tracks, and unused dialogue that didn't make it onto the Christmas Fan Club records. This bootleg album is not a great listen. A lot of the unreleased tracks are lame, and I'm glad they're left off the Christmas Fan Club records. But this is a cool bootleg album for a completist collector like myself. And this one is on red colored vinyl. I'll show you the colored vinyl here in a little bit. Here's a look at the front cover. I love this front cover. Back of it. And here's the track list right here. It's got a demo of Happy Christmas War is Over, John's original acoustic demo. And also have the full-length version of Christmas Time is Here Again. Here's a look at the vinyl record. It's on red vinyl. Look at side 2. Side 2 is identical. It's the same kind of label as side 1. And the last full-length Christmas album I'm going to show you in this Beatles Christmas vinyl collection video is Ringo's Christmas album titled I Want to Be Santa Claus. Ringo's the only former Beatle to pull out a full-length Christmas album. This album was released on vinyl for the first time back in 2017. I remember being very excited when I learned that this album was going to be released on vinyl for the first time. This is a nice album by Ringo, nice holiday album. I kept this one in the shrink. Back of it. Look at the track list on the album. Here's a look at the insert included in the album. The track information on the insert, the musicians who played on the tracks. Here's a look at the vinyl record. It's on black vinyl. Look at side 2 of the album. Here's a look at the Beatles Christmas 7-inch colored vinyl box set. I have 2 copies of the Beatles Christmas Records box set. I have a open one on the right and a sealed copy. And this box set was released back in 2017. And I was excited about this reissue as well. This is a real cool set, and it's a limited edition. Here's a look at the open set. The back of it. And let me pull the top part off and show you everything inside this box. There's the booklet, and here's the hype sticker I kept, even though I have a second copy that's sealed. The Beatles Christmas Records limited edition on 7-inch colored vinyl. And here's the booklet. Special thanks to all the Beatle people around the world. This booklet includes all the original newsletters that was included in the original Flexi Disc records. Now to show you all of the Beatles Christmas Fan Club records that's included in this set, and all of them are on 7-inch colored vinyl. Here's the Beatles' first Christmas record, 1963 record. Back of it. I kept all the records in the shrink. And this one's on white vinyl. Another Beatles Christmas record, 1964 Christmas record. Plays at 45 RPM. All the other Christmas records play at 33 1/3. And this one is on red vinyl. The Beatles' third Christmas record, 1965 Christmas record. This one's on blue vinyl. Next up, Pantomime, Everywhere It's Christmas, the Beatles' fourth Christmas record, 1966. Look at the vinyl record on yellow vinyl. It's like a yellow greenish vinyl. Or lime green vinyl. but it's really cool. Next up, the Beatles' fifth Christmas record, 1967. Christmas time is here again. This one's on green vinyl. Next is the Beatles' sixth Christmas record, 1968. Titled Happy Christmas. And here's a look at the vinyl record. It's on clear vinyl. Side 2 of the record. As you can see, this is the first Christmas fan club record that was released as a two-sided record. The first 5 Christmas records are only one side. And finally, the Beatles' 7th Christmas record, 1969. The final Christmas fan club record by the Beatles. Happy Christmas, 1969. And this one's on orange vinyl. That concludes this Beatles vinyl collection video showing you all of the Beatles Christmas vinyl records I currently have in my collection. Hope you enjoyed seeing all of the Beatles Christmas records, both group and solo. Merry Christmas. Happy holiday season. Happy Hanukkah. Continue to stay safe. And talk to you all later. Thank you for watching.